I'm excited to show you today a new printing technology that's going to change the way that we make presentations to sellers, to bidders, to lenders, etc. in the auction industry. For decades, the only way to get a pocket folder made was to use a very large press and a large sheet of paper, produce something very mechanically with special knives, special plates, etc. Then have these large pieces of paper folded down and glued and folded again, a process that could often take weeks. I've even seen this take up to a month to produce for something custom. And so it wasn't really a product that you would want to use for making proposals or bidder packets or what have you. One, because of the great expense of the entire process, but also the time to produce, which in the auction industry, we just don't have a lot of time for those kind of features. In the last 10 years, digital printing has come along, and that's revolutionized our auction advertising, our postcards and direct mail, because now we have presses that don't require plates and can digitally print very, very small quantities. I've even printed quantities of fewer than 10 items, 10 pieces, and do variable data and stuff like that. And what happens is our turnaround time has gotten much, much faster. Cost has dropped. It's gotten more efficient and more exciting for the auction industry to leverage. Somebody came up with the idea of what would happen if we could somehow get a pocket folder onto a smaller piece of paper and be the same size and digitally print it. And that's what I'm going to show you today is the solution that came from that. So what somebody figured out and what my print shop, Shear Printing and Office Solutions, found were these little pockets. Now these are pre-made pockets for the inserts, and as you can see there's just 2 adhesive strips. You rip them off like you would on an envelope. So here's a standard pocket. They also have pockets here. I think you can see they've got die cuts in for both a vertical and a horizontal business card. And so basically now what we can do is we can take and print just like we would any other brochure on heavy paper even, UV coat. We can go through all the processes that we normally would with a digital print shop, and then all we have to do is attach these pockets. And so what the print shop would do is they would print 1 or 5 or 10, however many pocket folders you need, send them to you as a flat sheet, and then send you these. They take about 30 seconds per pocket to attach, maybe less if you're faster than me. And so what we can do is we can take these sheets of paper, just a standard sheet of paper, and score it, which is very easy to do in-house, and then we send them flat. You fold them, you put your own pockets. It's a very efficient process. So what I'm going to show you is, I'm not going to assemble one in front of you, but I will show you. So this is the flat product that we had, and then this was the finished product, and this is similar to what we use for the bidder cover packet. The brochure that matches this actually just won a national award in the USA Today National Auctioneers Association advertising contest for 2014. But as you can see, it's got really sturdy pockets. And heavy enough to hold my metal business card. As you notice, we print on the inside too, which is something that used to be extremely expensive in the pocket folder industry. Is typically you print it on the outside and left the inside blank. And I do have a sample I'll show you of that. There's very little cost difference between printing on one side versus printing on 2 sides. But it makes a great envelope here or a folder to include all of your due diligence reports, your purchase agreement, etc. Another one that we did match an auction that we did last year, and this is a horizontal pocket folder, and so the pockets work the same, but the presentation is very creative. People aren't used to seeing a horizontal pocket folder. What it creates is the opportunity to use a large vertical picture on the inside. As you'll notice, because of the size of the pockets, there's only room for one, but this pocket is, I think it's 7 or 8 inches wide. It's very sturdy, will hold any documents you want to put in there, and includes the business card, which again you can orient horizontally or vertically. One of the cool things, reasons we did this is because the auction brochure itself was a horizontal brochure. So the brochure can slide in here and fold, very substantive folder, heavy duty. These folders are just as much quality as any that you would have ordered the traditional way. As I said, you can have them be blank on the inside. In this case, for a proposal, there weren't graphics on the back because they had all documents on both sides. Something that you can do differently too is you can put the pockets vertically, so different orientations, so the documents slide in this way, and again, because the tabs for the business card are both directions, you can use either there. So lots of options, very inexpensive process, very speedy process, and I think it's going to democratize the way that we make presentations. And I think it'll help small auction companies compete against larger auction companies because it's going to look like you spent thousands of dollars when you probably spent less than $100. And that's going to level the playing field in a lot of situations first impressions are lasting impressions, especially in the proposal process. These also make great folders to give to sellers after as an auction report, or if you're in advertising competitions, either at CAI or on the national level where you're submitting auction of the year or campaign of the year. These are great solutions for that. So if you have any questions about how this process works, what are the restrictions of the design, etc., what kind of files it takes, I'd be happy to answer those questions. You can email me. My email address is mail@ryangeorge.net. I also have the price grid from my print shop. If you're interested in what this costs, I can email that to you in PDF format. Anyway, I invite your questions and I look forward to hearing from you.